Hi, it's Tisha. Welcome to Talk Time. We are going to talk about the riches from real estate. So you might be saying, why do people buy real estate? Because I talk to a lot of people between the ages of 18 to 34. Why people buy real estate? Because it's an asset. Asset is what you need to get rich. So that's number one reason, the obvious reason. It's an asset. Number two, they can flip it. It's a business. You could buy low, sell high. What if you bought a house for $200,000 and you could sell it back for $400,000? That is profit. So that's another reason that people love real estate. Quick profit. You find a deal, you'll get quick profit. Why else people love real estate? Leverage. Other people's money, other people's time. That's one of the ways you get rich. How are they doing it? You're putting up 10, 20%, and a bank is holding on to the rest. Yeah, you're not really putting up. If the house is selling for 400, it's not your 400. You're only putting up 10% of 400. The bank is putting up the rest. That's leverage. It's working in your favor. If the house goes to 450, you're up 50. So all you have to do is find the first 10%. That's the game. Find your first 10% for your down payment, and then you're in. You are in. Why else people like real estate? It cash flows monthly. It's called passive income. You live in one, you buy another one, you rent that one out. Let's say your mortgage payment, your principal, interest, tax, insurance is $1,000 per month. You rent that for $3,000 per month. Guess what? You've just pocketed $2,000 or $2,000. So passive income. Let's say you just bought one to live in. Guess what? Most mortgages in the United States last for 30 years. Some are at 40. You pay one extra payment per year. You could bring it down to 22. You pay two extra payment. You could bring it down to 15 years. Once you pay off all the mortgage, guess what? You have no more mortgages to pay. You only have to pay your taxes and your light. So you're going to save money by acquiring real estate. You don't even have to get rich. Once the mortgage is paid off, you're saving money. Okay? You will be living rent-free once the mortgage is paid off. So that's why people do real estate. The cash flow, the riches, the wealth, the fact that someday you can pay it off, and that's it. So now the problem here is the market is high. It's the highest it's ever been. Well, it was this way in 2007, young people. I'm 47. I know that 2007 was like this, okay? Interest rate was not as high, but the properties were as high. How are you going to get in? You're going to get in the way we got in. I got in at what? I got in at 45. I bought a house at 45. I saved. I started to save at 18. That's how you do it. Save money today. Come up with the 10%. If you can, come up with 20. But the market, you're going to catch the market. The market isn't going to catch you. You got to start saving today. I got a house at 42. I bought a ski condo in Park City. I had to save since I was 18. So save for what you want. You'll be surprised. I'm 47. 20 years saving, 18, 10 years from now, 28, you'll have enough to put down, okay? Some people are going very risky ways. They're doing a 1%. In America, they have a 1%. And some people are doing FHA. There's nothing wrong with doing FHA. It's 3% down. But you still need some money. 3% of 400 is $12,000. There is no 100% financing. You've got to have a little skin in the game. This is why saving turns into investing. Saving automatically turns into investing. So you want to get in the real estate market, you've got to save. How do you go from your first home to your second home? Once you have one, it's going to be easy to get a second one. What? Equity. What's equity? That's the difference from what the mortgage is to their appraised value. Not what you paid for it, but what it's worth today. So that is how people look to get their second home. So let's say you bought a home for $100,000. Today's worth $300,000. Let's say you owe the bank $100,000. Your equity is the difference between the 3 minus the 1. So you have $200,000 just sitting there what do? You either sell, or you pull out. How do you pull out? You get a line of credit. You go to your bank, ask them for a home equity loan or a line of credit. You put that out, pull it out, take some, and then you buy yourself a second home. With the second home, you rent it out, and then you get cash flow. Okay? Guess what, young people? Because of Airbnb, you no longer have to buy a home. Yeah, people are flipping contracts through Airbnb. Yes. And I'm going to show you how to find deals through Zillow. Zillow will teach you. You can learn how to find deals. I tell everybody, Google and YouTube are your best friends. The amount of information that's on the internet, it can make you rich. In fact, Bloomberg said that there are 1,000 people every year getting rich from just being on the internet. And that most young people, we're going to meet a lot of people between 18 to 34 or even 13 will be millionaires. The internet is turning people rich. There is no surprise. The internet is making people millions of dollars, okay? If you know how to do a Google search, a good Zillow search, a good Airbnb search, a good YouTube search, you're good with social media, you're good with Amazon, I don't see how you can't make any money. I mean, it's that there's so much money to be made on the internet. It's ridiculous, you know? I had an online business for 30 years. I bought my real estate just going on Zillow. I mean, it is good. So young people, you no longer have to own real estate to be in the game. Airbnb, what did I tell you about online virtual? People are actually going in between of an Airbnb, not owning it. You still need money. You need probably $3,000 to $5,000, but people are literally renting places out and then Airbnb them. Yeah, and that's what's going on. So what are they doing? Let's say they're going to hot areas in the country, hot areas in the world. Let's say they rent a one bedroom for $3,000. They could probably Airbnb it for $5,000, so they're pocketing too. So that's what young people are doing. They're renting properties and Airbnb them out. So you don't need to really. There's so much ways to make money from real estate. To think that you have to own a property to make real estate is absolutely ridiculous. You just need to know that you need a property, and you need to know that properties can cash flow and flip. The next real estate is digital asset. Digital asset is virtual real estate, okay? You want to try to own a channel on YouTube. You want to try to own a store on Amazon. You want to try to own a web page that Google search can do. But those are all passive income eventually. So I call the internet the new virtual real estate. Why do you think Zuckerberg changed the name from why Zuckerberg is now calling it MetaPhase? Why is Zuckerberg, who owns Facebook and Instagram, why would he call it MetaPhase? Because it's real estate space. The ecosystem is real estate space. So I'm here to tell you, you don't only have to get a physical property to invest in. You can do Airbnb, or you can do virtual real estate, digital asset, or online business, because all of them they've got value and they're cash flowing per month. All right. If something doesn't cash flow for you per month and it doesn't have any value, it's not an investment. Yes, anything that we're talking about, make sure you're getting something per month. Whether you're doing real estate, you're getting some money per month, okay? If you're doing Bitcoin, you're getting money per month, okay? Or it's growing, okay? Your savings account is growing, okay? That's investment for you. The asset has to grow and or cash flow, okay? If it's not cash, that's the whole point of business and asset, is to provide for you, okay? That's what, it's not to look pretty, it's not for your ego, it's to provide passive income for you, making your life easier so you could free up your time to do stuff, okay? Subscribe, we'll talk more about real estate. I'll go back over to Airbnb, we'll talk Zillow, what to do, how to buy property, how to get in the real estate game, even if you don't own a property. You need the internet, you need Airbnb, and you need Zillow. I'm Tisha, we'll talk soon. Subscribe. Hi, welcome back to Talk Time. I'm your host, Tisha Paul. My producers have run out of time. We will talk more about how you can get in the real estate market without actually owning a property. You're going to need Zillow and you're going to need Airbnb. So subscribe. I'll tell you this week. I'll make more shows this week. We'll cover Airbnb and Zillow this week. I'm Tisha. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.